It's nice out here this morning. A little breezy.
Little breezy.
Yeah. Easy breezy. Beautiful.
Cover girl.
That's right. I was watching this channel last night. I forget why I was watching. It was about something. Oh, a head transplant. And the channel itself was like 3 million subs, and it's like a science type channel. And it's just, I couldn't get to the story because it's so aggravating. Like, the guy hosting it is like, is that your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the guy hosting it is like, scientists said there's actually energy in your body, electrical energy. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you are. But they say it's negligible, and he just downplays the whole thing, like it, you know. And then I'm looking at the guy's shirt, and he's got like the evolutionary thing, like the thing where you're a monkey and then a mouse. I'm like, oh, this guy is fucking. It's too bad that people listen to people like that. And then he talks to a doctor. So because he's a doctor, of course, you know, he knows exactly what he's talking. He's like a god, right? It's like, in our society, they treat a doctor almost like a god, but they treat a mechanic, they call him a grease monkey. They're doing the same fucking thing. The memorization and having to know where all the parts are, it's the same thing. You know, it's just, it's funny because the cost of becoming a doctor is so much more, so people, of course, put more stock in that, and they look at it like it's more important, when it isn't. They're basically just jumped into a gang, you know, and they get a little piece of paper that they put on their wall, and that piece of paper says that their word is law, and if they lose that piece of paper, they lose their livelihood, so they have to do everything the gang wants them to. And usually they owe money on that piece of paper still. So those guys are just bought and paid for. They'll tell you safe and effective, they'll tell you whatever, they don't give a shit. It's a gang. You know what I mean, Pa?
Yes.
But all that to talk about at one point, he's talking about the Earth. We're going to kind of joke about flat Earthers now. I don't know what the Earth is. I don't know what shape the Earth is. But what I will tell you is it ain't round, because they say for every 1 mile you have to factor in 6 inches for Earth's curvature. Well, I worked in civil engineering for most of my life, from the time I was a teen until up into my 40s, on projects big and small, buildings, big factory buildings, bridges. We have never taken the Earth's curvature into an account on any measurement. It was never even discussed. So all our shit should be falling down, right? Like all our buildings should be collapsing, all our bridges should have fallen apart, right? You hear that too?
Yeah.
I think something just fell off a tree. It sounded like something fell.
Yeah. Oh, look, little chicken.
Yeah, a little chicken. And then I was thinking, if they had some expert come out, some scientist, who would he'd try to tell me that, he'd try to override me in some way. And since I don't have a piece of paper like his, you know, people would probably believe him over me, even though I have all the experience and all the years there. And not once, we never even talked about it. It wasn't even discussed. No one even thought to think about that. And we did a lot of projects. It's just annoying how, like, this system works with its perceptions, and the people that just don't even question this kind of stuff if someone's an expert. Every time there's something on the news too, like whatever the fucking problem is, they always have an expert there. You know, Hello Kitty expert, fucking, you know what I mean? Expert on everything, Bob. Do you have your headphones in? I love her. She doesn't want to listen to me even when we're walking. You have one going.
It's morning scriptures.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's God stuff.
Yes, yes.
All right. You can tune me out for God anytime. What is it called?
Mark
like morning prayer?
5 and 6,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I was just looking at your screen there. And
I usually do morning prayers.
that's important. That's a good time to do it because you usually don't remember. Right. All right. Just stay here for a minute, Bob? Come over here. Because I want to film this plant.
Okay, no problem.
It's a beautiful Rosetta poinsettia.
Plant.
Yeah. No, yeah, I want to let those people go.
I know. Yeah, I always start morning with the morning prayers
Yeah, of course.
and then nighttime.
I forget at night.
Huh?
Well, I talk to him all day.
Yeah.
I talk to him like, you know, whenever I have a problem with something or what question. Not only,
It
but
helps me, so.
sometimes I laugh at him with him, like, you don't believe that shit, do you? You know, stuff like that. I always look up at the sky, even though it's not.
That's perfect, because that's what he wants you to do.
He wants you to check in with him as much as you can.
Yeah, like
yes,
talking to your dad.
Absolutely. He's always there. He's not going anywhere. 24/7. And people are like, well, he's got to see have time to... Because we don't understand how a consciousness of that power works.
Right.
And it's my understanding that what you basically have is everyone has their own copy of his consciousness. Or, you know, we use his as a male word just for conversation's sake. But, and plus, it's, God's a dude, come on. He's father. But, yeah, so it's almost, I'm not saying it is a direct copy, but his consciousness is so big that it can be all these places at once. You know, we have that problem. We have that Santa Claus problem. Like, well, how can you be? Okay, it's like we can't understand it because we can't comprehend that. Don't worry about it. Some things you just have to not worry about, you know, and just be like this. It's something like the things, a lot of stuff I know about spiritual world. I don't know how they work. I don't know ultimately what they are, but I know that they are there. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times it's like, I know this is the way this is. I don't know how, but it is. There's just some things we can't know because our capacity of our understanding is just limited.
Very limited.
You know?
Very limited.
And then while we're in these bodies, there's more limitation here. There's actually limiters on these bodies. It's fine though. We're gonna be fine. You getting out early today?
I might have to go bank and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what you gotta do there.
Yeah.
Just put that in for that so I can order that. We don't like to keep money in the bank when we need something. We go and put it in just for that thing. Not that we don't trust the bank, but we don't trust the bank.
Or ourselves.
Or ourselves.
Right.
It's not that I completely distrust us.
Oh, I thought to push the button. Let's
completely, go. But at the same time, at the very same time, I don't trust us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
6 o'clock. Oh, what is that? That's not 6 o'clock. That's fucking Jesus. My plane would have been blown out of the sky. 9 o'clock. You knew what I meant, though. You could see it coming anyway. Yeah. It's a little harder in the darker hours. Usually in the daytime, I can see those guys by 2 blocks out. I can't explain what it is, but it's some sort of radar, God power. I can just tell. Like, I can just look maybe 2 blocks, even 3 blocks out. I can just tell. But for some reason, when it's darker out, I can't tell.
Yeah.
But in the daytime, I can tell. I don't know what that is.
You can see better? Oh, maybe they're good at hiding.
You're not getting it, but that's all right.
Yeah,
that's good.
I know. But
I hope YouTube doesn't get it either. They're on my ass.
I didn't want to say.
No, I know. It's just funny. It's funny to me.
I see you know I'm cancelled.
No.
Well, cancelled. Well, it doesn't matter.
No. We're fine here.
I'll be retired pretty soon.
Wow,
I
looks
forgot I have to bake today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you late?
No.
Because you usually leave to bake like real early. How's Dirk doing? Is he still getting out at the same time?
Yeah.
Does everybody know yet?
No.
Oh, God.
Nobody.
You have to keep that shameful secret.
Yes.
That's not weighing on your mind or anything, is it?
A little bit.
It would weigh on mine, man.
Just a little.
But you can't tell any of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you down here, obviously. You saw what's going on. Oh, you going through the front?
No,
okay. Yeah, because if you tell just one of them, even
it's gonna spread.
they're all gonna know, right? So you gotta be careful. It sucks though. That must be on your fucking mind big time. You know.
Okay, love you.
All right, bye. I love you too. We're gonna see you this afternoon.
Yes.
We'll just wander down the beach. Say bye.
Bye.
Wave the camera. I will. Text you when I get in. Yeah, I like going with her. You know, because this hour, there are a lot of stragglers. You know, hanging around. We argue with bicycles. It's kind of looking for the low-hanging fruit. Especially post-COVID, we have a lot of guys here now that they do those crimes of opportunity. Like they go after old people or like single girls. You know what I mean? Again, I gotta be very careful because I got the eye of Sauron on me right now. Or the eyes of YouTube. Up here. Wow, it's pretty dark up here. I can't even see the ocean. Yeah, that fucking channel was like pissing me off. I'm trying to get through the story about the guy with the head transplant. And the guy is he's like one of those Redditor kind of cartoon people that pop up here on the screen. He's like, just so annoying and smarmy and doesn't believe, of course, God's, the idea of God is probably silly. He's one of those not that science type of guys. You use science against them to talk about some life truths, and they don't want to hear their not that science. Their science, their idea of science is capital S science. It's not the scientific method. It's a religion all its own. They might as well have one book called the science book with all their fucking sources that they love so much. And their sources are just themselves. It's like the peer review shit. Peer review is when you're, if you know what that is when you're becoming, like, in the case of a doctor, before you graduate into being able to get your doctorate or to move on to become something more of a higher up doctor or another, fuck they call it, whatever, another certificate, another whatever, you have to go to pass the stage you're in. You got to have your work peer reviewed. So you write something that all the other gang members read. And then this guy's going to play ball. And then you get to do your thing. And then you have to do what they tell you. You saw it happen a couple years ago. It's funny how everybody wants to forget about what happened a couple years ago. I'm not going to fucking forget how the way I was treated, not being a victim, because I'm Irish, we don't do that. But the way they treated people like me, the way they treated people who just, didn't want to end up how a lot of people ended up. God, I'm so many watching one of those YouTube shorts. They fill up my pages first with shorts, and this poor young girl, Irish girl, so it's even worse, who had brain cancer. Young girl. You're seeing that everywhere. Cancers and more serious illnesses appearing in younger and younger people. And whenever they say, it baffles the doctors. They don't know why. I just want to, fucking... I have to pray and remind myself that Jesus is returning with a sword. And none of that shit you motherfuckers did will you get away with. Oh, Jesus, I gotta calm down. This YouTube's always lurking. Because you're gonna get your just desserts. And with the way you're acting, you shouldn't get any dessert at all. But, what I mean by just desserts is, of course, tiramisu, ice cream cake, things like that. That's what I mean, YouTube. It's just rage-inducing. It's rage-inducing. And that's when I really think about the 95%, the area about 95% of the population being soulless, being fake people, what Dolores Cannon called background people, just here for you to learn things, for your experience, to take up your background. And I mean, because there's no other way to understand the world than with that idea, because I can't believe that people that were brought up in the same world I was, with the same understandings that I've had, could be that fucking stupid. It's not possible. You know, it's not possible. I'm not the fucking sharpest egg in the drawer, but even I know a glass eye up a duck's ass could see from 2 blocks away. Like, I can see certain individuals I think are going to be a problem. Could see that there was something weird about that. When does the government give you things as gifts? Anytime anyone of authority, excuse me, government, whatever, your boss, gives you a gift, be very fucking suspicious. Because, you know the other fucking shoe's dropping.